Sure, it's just a fad, just a buzzword, but do you know what dopamine fasting is? And more importantly, do you know how it can hurt you? Hi, my name is Rick Higgins. This is Mastering the Second Half, and today we're going to talk about how big companies get you addicted to their products and how you can fight back. Just about everything around you is designed to capture and hold your attention. It's in everything, from the burger you're eating at the Golden Arches, to the soda you're drinking, to the device in your hand. Did you know that the average human being spends 3 hours a day on their phone? Yeah, 3 hours a day scrolling on that black rectangle they call a phone. Now, there is a chemical in your body called dopamine, and it is associated with wanting. It is also associated with rewards. It's also associated with life, because if you didn't have dopamine, well, you'd die. Now, big companies, they know how dopamine works. They know very well how dopamine works, and they know how the reward system works as well. They know how to give you small hits of dopamine, small rewards, which cause actions by you, which gets more rewards. They know how the cycle is designed because they designed it. Why? Well, so you can keep on scrolling and they can keep on putting advertising in your face. Now, dopamine fasting was a fad that started, about a year ago out in Silicon Valley. They had this notion that you could fast and remove dopamine from your system and that you would be healthy, wealthy, and wise. Well, there is the problem. You need dopamine to live. You absolutely have to have it. Without it, you would cease to be living. So if it's not freeing ourselves from this chemical, if that's not our goal, then what really is? Well, actually, it turns out just to be controlling our impulsive behavior. Now think about it. Your phone just dinged. What do? You instantly pick it up, because there might be something interesting behind there, something you don't know, something someone is doing that you might be interested in. That was the reward, and that was the action. That is what is keeping you in the maze of dopamine addiction. So what can you do? Well, for starters, you can change those individual patterns. If the ding is making you impulsively grab your phone, turn the ding off. Schedule time when you can pick up the phone and look at the messages instead of responding to the ding. Or come up with an activity that you can do that you can't do with a phone in your pocket, that you can't do with a phone nearby. Change the activities. And by the way, it's not just your phone. It's things like the restaurants that you go to, the fast food restaurants, the soda companies, porn, shopping, you name it. The companies that control those things understand the action and reward system and how the dopamine works in your body. They know it very well. Now try scheduling as well. And by that I mean scheduling time off. If it's your phone, if it's this, if it's the food, if it's the soda, schedule a time when you just won't be doing those things, or that you'll be doing it differently. If soda is your thing, well, try drinking some sparkling water instead. If it turns out that that was what you needed, you were thirsty. If it turns out you really want a soda, well, then maybe you want a soda, but schedule time away from your devices, schedule time away from those actions that are going to give you the rewards. Because honestly, that reward cycle that you're caught in is a decreasing cycle. And yes, I do mean decreasing. The very first hit that you get, like the very first bite of that juicy Wendy's cheeseburger, it's really good. How's the 10th bite, the 40th bite? It's nowhere near as good, is it? It's like when you're doom scrolling on your phone. Yeah, the first couple stories are fine, but then you're just scrolling out of habit. You're praying and hoping for a better reward. So the decreasing rewards, well, they know what they're doing when they try to feed you something else so that they can just keep you coming back for that initial big feeling of the first hit. Now, like any habit, these activities are associated with time and with people, and find how they are linked. For instance, if you are a smoker, it may be combined with a cup of coffee, a cigarette, and morning time. Break one of those three things, you've broken the cycle of that habit. It's no longer the combination of that addiction, that activity. So learn how to break one of them. Whatever it is that you do, if it's your phone, break something in the cycle that brings you to your phone. Now, I did this very thing when I quit smoking. I was a 3 3-pack a day, man, yes. I was 3 packs of smoking a day and I quit cold turkey. I should say just like that, but it was pretty much just like that. It was the hardest thing I've ever had to do as far as long-term willpower. But you know what? This little device right here, I find it harder. I find it harder to quit that than I did a 3-pack a day smoking habit. Now, balance is the key here. Your phone obviously isn't evil. Smoking is. Maybe things like that less than nutritious burger and those empty calories in the soda, those two also might be vaguely evil. But a lot of the things that you want to quit, a lot of the things that are in the dopamine cycle, they are not intrinsically bad, but you still need to find balance within them. Now, if you can find that balance, you're going to break the control that the companies are having on you. You're going to find that you can live life on your own terms. So yeah, dopamine fasting was a fad, a gimmick, a thing. And yeah, they could have called it something less than sexy like how to break a habit, but you know, that doesn't really sell, does it? So they came up with dopamine fasting, and an idea that is actually unhealthy for you if you were to do it. You can't fast from dopamine. You can't stop dopamine. But the real thing you're doing is changing a habit. You are changing the way you do things. You are changing the way you reward yourself. It just doesn't play as well in Peoria as dopamine fasting. But managing our own actions, managing our own rewards, that is not unhealthy. And in fact, it's the exact opposite. It is a healthy thing to do. So now you need to stop watching videos right now. After you go click that subscribe button, you need to go outside, put your phone down for 2 hours, schedule time away. If you hear a ding, don't come running. Be healthy, be happy, and we'll see you next time. Now, there is a chemical in your brain called dopamine. It is necessary for life, and it is based on something. I don't know what it's based on. It could be based on this, it could be based on that. We're going to find out really soon.